Welcome to Talmudic Treasures. Today we're learning Gittin, page 54, which discusses a situation where you have a person who is a scribe who writes Sifrei Torah. And after writing an entire Torah, which is a very lengthy process, in which this person is also compensated, he says that when he was finished writing the Torah, that the actual hide, the parchment in which the Torah is written on, was not processed in accordance to Jewish law. In order for it to be a valid Torah, one of the requirements, in addition to the actual writing, that it should be done for the sake of a Sefer Torah, also the hides, when they're being processed, have to be done that way. And if they were not done with that proper mindset, the law is that it is invalid. You can look at this Torah and it looks exactly like any other one. However, it is not good. Now, it's interesting that the Talmud over here discusses that this person goes up and says, I must tell you that this is the situation, and therefore the Torah is not valid. The question is, do we believe him at this point? Because the Torah is no longer in his hands. It's already been given over to someone else. So in this, the Talmud says that this person, obviously the fact that he's saying the whole thing is not good, he's not going to be compensated. He will not be paid for having spent probably about a year writing this Torah. He won't be paid a penny. And therefore the Talmud says something unbelievable. The very fact that he is willing to forgo his entire salary, in which he easily could have said nothing. It's only him that has this information. Only he has this knowledge. And he's willing to forgo his entire salary in order to be able to say that this is the situation. So we say, yeah, he must be believed. And therefore, in fact, we will not pay him. And as we will not pay him, we're also going to say that this is not a valid Torah. Now, this teaches us an incredible lesson, because it's easy for a person to be able to testify and to be able to say certain things. But when your testimony is going to have a direct potential negative effect on yourself, that in itself shows absolute clarity and truth to your words. Whenever a person testifies, we often require them to make a shvuah, to swear that it's true. In this situation, it must be that this person is telling the truth. Because why would he be willing to lose all of his money? It must be because he's telling the truth that this Torah is not valid. And this is an important lesson as well. We find many people not saying that a person shouldn't believe what they believe in. But there is a politician, for example, Bernie Sanders, who is known as a socialist. And one of the things that he says is, it's really important we should tax the rich. We should make sure the people who are very rich should give more money away. Now, you could believe that or not believe that. That's not important to me at this point. But what is interesting is that the person who says it is a multimillionaire, and yet he believes in socialism. Now, the reality is, if you want, you could write a check to the government for as much money as you want. There's nothing stopping you from donating money to the federal government. You can do so. And if you would do that, then all of a sudden, maybe you would say, this guy really believes what he's saying, because he's telling people that just because you're rich, maybe you should share that wealth. Well, the question is, are you? If you're not doing that, then maybe we should start questioning such political views. Perhaps to even say there's an element of hypocrisy involved. And this is what the Talmud is teaching us, that if a person will put their money where their mouth is, to truly show that they mean what they say, they'd be willing to give up all of their money.